and happy holidays to you. Today I give you a book talk for Throwback Thursday for the play A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen. I want to talk about this play for several reasons. One of them is to connect to A Streetcar Named Desire, which is the play that I talked about last week for Throwback Thursday. In A Streetcar Named Desire, we get Blanche Dubois' famous line, "I've always depended on the kindness of strangers," and that is the opposite of what Nora Helmer, the protagonist in A Doll's House, says at the end of this play when she says that she could not take money from a stranger. And I think that says a whole lot about her character and how that defines her as this feminist role model, really, that she becomes by the end of the play. But my goodness, it's quite a journey to get Nora there. The play begins at Christmas time with Nora, thus the title of the play, A Doll's House, being a doll-like figure, a plaything that had been passed down from her father to her husband. She doesn't really realize how much that she has played into this role until the events of the story play out. It's so sad. Her husband calls her animal nicknames as pet names, and she performs these little chittering kind of dances and responses to him like she's some little squirrel or bird or that sort of thing. And when you know the whole story, it just comes across as so sad that Nora has allowed herself to be in this position. But it's the society that she finds herself in. The story was written in Denmark in 1879. And it actually premiered around Christmas time on December 21st in Copenhagen, Denmark. The play is really significant for how it deals with the married relationship between Torvald and Nora and the realizations that she has really as she begins to understand that she's not her own person. That the way that her society has treated her, that she's never had a chance to really grow as an individual, which is unfortunate. She's married, she has children, but she's not really happy with her position in life. And a lot of that comes into play because of something that she did that is now causing problems. But I don't want to give you spoilers because I really want you to watch this play, whether you watch it as a film version or you go see a performance of it somewhere. You could actually read the play, I suppose, as a book. Though I always say I believe the plays are meant to be heard, they're meant to be seen as a performance. So our main characters are not only Nora and her husband Torvald, but also their family friend Dr. Rank, who reveals to Nora that he is terminally ill, that he's doing medical tests to see whether or not he's going to die or how much longer he has to live. But it's very strange because he doesn't confide that in his good friend Torvald. It's Nora that he tells. And then we've also got Nora's friend Christine, who's come to town and allows you to see another woman in the society. Christine is a widow, which means the society grants her the right to have a job. And that's so crazy to talk about, but this was back in the 1870s. So because she's a widow, she can have a job. And Torvald, Nora's husband, has managed to get himself in a position where he's the manager of a bank. So he has the ability to potentially hire people, and that comes into play, especially with the character Krogstad. Krogstad is a very frustrated employee from the bank who is also, you will find out, a man involved in a financial arrangement with Nora, and thus the complications that ensue in the play. You've also got the children. You've got the children's nanny, Anne Marie, and here's another female character to give you another point of view. Nora's nanny, Anne Marie, raised Nora and is now taking care of Nora's children. Anne Marie talks about how because she was poor, she had to give up her own child in order to become Nora's nanny, in order to just have this job and survive. But she's not sad about it. You know, she's proud of the work that she's done. She's been very happy to be there for Nora and her children. And she's been in touch with her own daughter. You know, they write to each other over the years. And then you've also got the minor characters who are servants or messengers or that sort of thing. It's really a very small play in the sense of just a few characters set up in a few locations. It is a 3-act play in which in the beginning you get to know the characters, and then of course complications continue to arise until it comes to what is a very startling climactic moment My favorite version of the play is one of the 1973 film versions of the play, and it has a man you may recognize as the father of Thor from the MCU movies as Odin, but also certainly from plenty of other movies like Silence of the Lambs. It's Anthony Hopkins as Torvald, as this sexist husband who really does come across as a very nice man who's very professional and has a real sense of ethics and morality. They're just a sexist sense of ethics and morality that have been ingrained in him by society. In that 1973 film version, it's got Claire Bloom as Nora, and she's amazing in the role. I've said plenty about the play already, so I guess I'll wind down at this point. I highly recommend the play, and especially if you want to think about how women have been treated over time, and the difference of different feminist characters, such as Nora here, who I believe stands out as a real role model and icon, being contrasted against Blanche Dubois in A Streetcar Named Desire. That's it for today's book talk, but every day is a good day for a book talk. Peace.